Chapter 3, Invasion Day. The day of the invasion arrived, and the U.S. military launched a massive force of 300,000 soldiers into the southern Philippines. The air and sea assault was devastating, with bombs and missiles raining down on the NPA's bases and strongholds. The NPA's defenses were quickly overwhelmed, and their forces were pushed back by the sheer force of the U.S. military's attack. As the ground troops moved in, they encountered fierce resistance from the NPA fighters. The NPA had dug in, using their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. They had also received advanced training and equipment from an unknown source, which allowed them to put up a more formidable defense than the U.S. military had anticipated. Despite the unexpected resistance, the U.S. military pressed on. The soldiers fought bravely, pushing deeper into the heart of NPA territory. The fighting was intense, with both sides taking heavy casualties. The U.S. military's advanced technology and superior training eventually gave them the upper hand, and the NPA was forced to retreat. As the U.S. military continued to advance, they received a startling report from the CIA. Chinese troops were in Manila, training the NPA. The news sent shockwaves through the White House, as the U.S. government had been unaware of any Chinese involvement in the conflict. The CIA reported that the Chinese troops had been providing advanced training and equipment to the NPA for months. They had also been advising the NPA on their tactics and strategy, making them a more formidable opponent than the U.S. military had anticipated. The news of Chinese involvement in the conflict was a game-changer. The U.S. government knew that they had to tread carefully, as any escalation of the conflict could lead to a larger conflict with China. They also knew that they had to find a way to neutralize the Chinese presence in the Philippines if they were to have any chance of winning the conflict. As the U.S. military continued to push forward, the news of Chinese involvement in the conflict added another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. The stakes were high, and the outcome of the conflict would have far-reaching implications for the entire world.